report at 9 p.m. I am Quỳnh Anh, and there are 3 more reporters who you will meet later on the news. Today, 16 October 2014, is the 91-year anniversary of Walt Disney Productions. In order to celebrate this big day, our topic is going to be Walt Disney Unknown Facts, and all the news is about this worldwide best-known motion picture company. Today headlines. Life of the founder of Walt Disney Production, one of the greatest men in animation history. Next, we will get to know more about a very famous and successful movie which can be considered Walt Disney's icon. And finally, some amazing facts about Disney movies will definitely blow your mind. As usual, our report only lasts for about 15 minutes. If you want to ask anything or look for more details, feel free to send us email to channel5.news@gmail.com or call us through hotline 0912 3456 789. Now, let's get started. Our first news today is about a very famous man who lighted up children's childhood all over the world, Walt Disney. Try to imagine a world without him, a world without his magic, whimsy, and optimism. Our childhood would be so dark and boring. For more than 9 decades, the name Walt Disney has been preeminent in the field of family entertainment. He pioneered the fields of animation, found new ways to teach, to educate, and transformed the whole entertainment industry into what we know today. And to help us know more about this respectable man, Miss Ching, another report at Channel 5, will tell us about Walt Disney's interesting stories. Hello Ching, really good to see you.
Hello Quỳnh Anh and all the audience of Channel 5's new report.
So, I've heard that you know a lot of things about Mr. Walt Disney, right? Why don't you share his stories with our audience?
Yes, it's my pleasure to be one of the reporters today. I have been studying the life of Walt Disney for quite a long time, and I'm very happy to share my knowledge with our audience. Walter alias Walt Disney was born on December 5, 1901 in Hermosa, Illinois. After his birth, the Disney family moved to Marceline, Missouri. During the World War I, Walt joined the Red Cross and was sent overseas to France. After having returned from France, he began to pursue a career in commercial art. He started a small company called Love or Grimes, which eventually fell bankrupt. With his suitcase and $20, Walt headed to Hollywood to start anew. And there, he and his brother, Roy, co-founded Walt Disney Production. On July 13, 1925, Walt married one of his first employees, Lillian Bowles, in Lewiston, Idaho. Later on, he would be blessed with 2 daughters, Diane and Sharon.
Wow, that's a lot of information about Walt's private life. However, I'm wondering how Walt Disney Productions can be so successful. What has contributed to making it become a global icon in animation industry? Can you give me an answer?
Well, in 1932, the production entitled Flowers and Trees, the first color cartoon, have won to be awarded the first of his Studio Academy Award. However, the movie that took Walt Disney Production to its success was Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, which were premiered on December 21, 1937 in Los Angeles. It has been considered one of the greatest feats and irreplaceable monuments of the motion picture industry.
Well, thank you so much for giving us so many precious news on Walt Disney Productions and its founder. Hope to see you again soon in another report.
You're welcome.
Move on to the next part of our show today. I would like to present to all of you one short video. Watch carefully and guess what I'm trying to mention. recognize this movie? And yes, that is Mickey Mouse. Mickey is a small little creature which has been the icon of not only a multi-billion-dollar company, but also a symbol of innocence, youth, and happiness. However, does the Mickey the public knows today stay the same as the cartoon mouse that audience knew for the first time back in 1928? Let's find out with the help of two reporters at Channel 5, Miss Anh and Mr. Thái.
Thank you, Quỳnh Anh. Now you get to know more about the Mickey Mouse with me and six ladies. Mickey officially debuted in the short film Steamboat Willie in 1928, one of the first child cartoons. She went on to appear in over 130 films, including The Band of Concerts in 1935, Brave Little Tailor in 1938, and The Fantasia in 1940. 10 Mickey cartoons were nominated for the Academy Awards for the Best Animated Short Films, one of which, Land of Paw, won the award in 1942. Mickey has also appeared in comic books, in TV series, and others. He also appeared in other media such as a video game, as well as merchandising and a mid-table character in the Disney park.
The story, however, starts with a rabbit. Disney Brothers Studio was a cog in Universal Pictures animation machines when in 1927, Walt Disney created a character called Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, which is round, white-faced, big button nose and floppy black ears. The smiling Oswald were an instant hit, and Universal ordered a series of songs when Disney met with executives to negotiate another contract. In 1928, the rabbit was still riding. The studio told him that it has hired away all of its employees and retained the rights to Oswald. Universal offered to give Disney if he took a lower salary, but he refused.
He ended up at work. The one lawyer amateur who stayed with Disney Bros returned to work and held a series of late-night brainstorming sessions for a replacement. They shortened the ear, added some extra padding around the middle, and turned the rabbit into a mouse named Mortimer. But the name didn't last. There was a rumor that his wife hated the name and suggested its replacement. Soon he was ready for his debut as Mickey.
In 1994, 4 of Mickey's cartoons were included in the book The 50 Greatest Cartoons, which lists the greatest cartoons of all time as voted by members of the animation field. On November 18, 1978, in honor of his 50th anniversary, Mickey became the first cartoon character to have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
All this information cover part 2 of the news today. Back to studio with reporter Quỳnh Anh.
Thank you, two wonderful reporters. To move on to the final part of the report, I want all of you to make sure to brace yourself for the very interesting upcoming facts about Walt Disney Productions.
Do you know that no matter from what angle you look at Mickey Mouse, his ears appear out? Don't believe me? Well, how often have you seen Mickey like this compared to this? They find it important to use it way when he appears in 3D format. His ears don't rotate with his head, but simply stay in the same position facing the viewer. I wonder what happened when there are two officers.
Though Disney animators are tricky folk, and they love to hide classic characters in the background for the new film. For example, in the opening scene of The Little Mermaid, the eagle-eye may spot Goofy, Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse, and making a brief cameo in The Little Mermaid. Rapunzel and Flynn from the tango can be seen in Frozen.
Disneyland Park. Originally, Disneyland is the first of two theme parks built at the Disneyland Resort in California, opened on July 17, 1955. It's the only theme park designed and built under the direct supervision of Walt Disney. We will stay in different rooms every night at the Disney World Resort to sleep in them. Or would take you 68 years.
The fact given to you is the strangest and creepiest one. Well, we hear there is one movie that was unreleased to even the most avid classic Disney fans. According to sources, it's nothing special. It's just a continuous loop of Mickey walking past 6 buildings that goes on for 2 or 3 minutes before fading out. The song on this cartoon, however, was not a song at all. Just a constant banging on the piano for a minute and a half before going to white noise for the remainder of the film. Up until a year or 2 ago, everyone believed that after it cut to black, and that was it. The cartoon was actually 9 minutes and 4 seconds long. After it cut to black, it stayed like that until the 6th minute, before going back into Mickey walking. The sound was different this time. It was a murmur. It wasn't a language, but more like a gurgled cry. As the noise got more indistinguishable and loud over the next minute, the picture began to get weird. The sidewalk started to go in directions that seemed impossible based on the physics of Mickey's walking, and the dismal face of the mouse was slowly curling into a smirk. No one could ever explain the meaning of this movie, but it's a fact that the last movie existing is real.
Well, we're coming to the last minutes of the show, and I would like to sum up the headlines today. Throughout this report, we gave you 3 big news. First is some stories about Walter alias Disney's life. Second is some information about Mickey Mouse movie. And finally, 4 unknown facts about Disney products. Hope every news was informative and interesting. Any question, please send us to the emails on the screen. Our report tonight ends now. Thank you for watching, and Channel 5 wish you and your family a happy night. See you again this time tomorrow.